In today's video, we will talk about the domain and range of logarithmic functions. If the function is given as y log to the base a b, then the range of such function is the set of y values such that y is a set of all real numbers. And in interval notation, the range is given from minus infinity to plus infinity. And while finding the domain of logarithmic function, we should first check some basic conditions, that is, the a should be greater than 0, but a should not be equals to y, and b should always be greater than 0. So these are the basic concepts to find the domain and range of any logarithmic function. Now let's do and solve few sums to make it more clear. The first function is given as y is equals to log to the base 2 x minus 4. Now as per the condition, the x minus 4 should be greater than 0. Therefore, x is greater than 4. Now if we check on number line, the x should be greater than 4. That means it can go up to plus infinity. Therefore, the domain can be written as the set of x values such that x is greater than 4. And in interval notation, the domain is given as from 4 to infinity. How to find the range? Always remember that the range of any logarithmic function is the set of y values such that y is a set of all real numbers. And in interval notation, the range is given as from minus infinity to plus infinity. Let's see the second function, that is y is equals to log to the base 2 x square plus 4. Now x square plus 4 is greater than 0. Therefore, x square is greater than minus 4. Now check here, whatever value you give it to x, it will always be positive. Whether you take it minus values, negative values or positive values, the square will give always the positive value. Therefore, the domain of such function will be the set of x values such that x is a set of real numbers. And in interval notation, the domain will be from minus infinity to plus infinity. And the range of logarithmic function is always, the range is the set of y values such that y is a set of all real numbers. And in interval notation, the range can be written as from minus infinity to plus infinity. Let's move on to the next sum, that is the third function. Y is equals to log to the base 2 x plus 2 minus 3. Now here x plus 2 is greater than 0. Therefore, x is greater than minus 2. Therefore, the range can be written as the set of x values such that x is greater than minus 2. And in interval notation, the domain is from minus 2 to infinity. And the range of any logarithmic function is always the set of y values such that y is a set of all real numbers. And in interval notation, the range is given from minus infinity to plus infinity. Now let's move to the next function, that is y is equals to log 5 minus 2x minus 10. Now where the base of log is not given, that we know that the base of that log function is 10. here 5 minus 2x is greater than 0. Therefore, minus 2x is greater than minus 5. And x is, here we have to write x is less than minus 5 minus 2. Therefore, x is less than 5 by 2. So, the domain of this function will be written as a set of x values such that x is less than 5 by 2. And in interval notation, the domain will be written as from minus infinity to 5 by 2. Why from minus infinity? See, if you check on number line, the value of x is less than 5 by 2. Less than 5 by 2 means towards minus infinity. Therefore, the domain will be from minus infinity to 5 by 2. And about the range is, remember, the range of any logarithmic function is always the set of y values such that the y is a set of all real numbers. And in interval notation, the range can be written as minus infinity to plus infinity. Now, to make it more clear, let's clear the concept by doing few more sums. That is, y is equals to log 3 2x minus 1 minus 4. Now here 2x minus 1 greater than 0. Therefore 2x is greater than 1 and x is greater than 1 by 2. Therefore the domain will be the set of x values such that x is greater than 1 by 2. And in interval notation, the domain will be written as from 1 by 2 to infinity. Now range, remember, is always the set of y values such that y is a set of all real numbers. And in interval notation, the range of any logarithmic function is from minus infinity to plus infinity. Let's move to one more function. Y is equals to log to the base 1 by 2, 4x plus 8 plus 1. So 4x plus 8 is greater than 0. 4x is greater than minus 8. X is greater than minus 8 by 4. Therefore, x is greater than minus 2. Now, the domain will be the set of x values such that x is greater than minus 2. And in interval notation, the domain of this function will be x is greater than minus 2. That means from minus 2 to infinity. And range, as we know, for any logarithmic function will always be the set of y values such that y is a set of all real numbers. And in interval notation, the range will be given for minus infinity to plus infinity. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments.